My name is Margaret Ann Windsor. That's my real name. The name I have to use is Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married a Childers because I was kidnapped in 1941, brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a dead twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. The other twin, Carl, was actually dead too, both of them, and they gave me her name. They were illegitimate. The mother killed them. And the family got together and formed a bond that they would never tell it. Well, I found out later on about my real identity in kidnapping, and when I did in 1983, I could remember being brought there. I can remember some things very plain about that time, and I put them up on video because the law doesn't work for me, it works against me. They do not want this horrible truth and story told because, the Americans are like psychopaths. It's their image they have to protect. God knows if you told the horrible crimes they've done, what the world might think of them. They took out my father, Edward VIII, who was legally wed to my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, an American, by the way, I'm sad to say. A beautiful lady, and the O'Keefes are. Sister to Georgia O'Keeffe, the artist. He never married Wallace Simpson, a double married Wallace Simpson, and became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, an illegal title. Okay, this person that impersonated and did all these antics and crimes that were attributed to my father, it was a plot to take down my father. It involved the Kennedys, Joe Kennedy, his sons. JFK flew in during the time I was born in 39, kidnapped in 41. As far as I know that they helped in my kidnapping, Roosevelt appointed JFK's father, Joe, ambassador, 36 till they kicked him out in 46. The timeline and all of it, what they did to my father. My God, my dad wasn't even married to this woman, Simpson. And it's an illegal title, the Duke and Duchess, and he became this imposter sent to the Bahamas, and the crimes that he committed using my dad's name is so horrible. But what they've done to me, and then my sons Mark and Scott, that were they're heirs to the crown, and it's legal, and I've put all that up. They may have took my father down illegally, but he made provisions in an addendum, etc., that's all legal. And I was the heir the day I was born in 41, Queen Victoria II. And what I want to, because this video won't go up, I'm limited to 15 minutes. This is my dad, Edward VIII. And my dad never married this American spy. And I'm going to show Larry Flint because I was flown out there during a campaign in 83, and then he endorsed me in April of 84. He was shot in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, he was actually shot in Lawrenceville, and I lived in Marietta, a suburb. I was doing a book on mind control, MD License to Kill. And I'm just going to show the O'Keefe. I don't have a picture of my mom. This is Georgia, my aunt. And I did want to put this up. I was writing about mind control back then, and the person that was shot Mr. Flint and killed his attorney in March of the 6th of 78 was programmed. It was mind control. Now then, this is Timothy McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing, and he was programmed. He told everybody that the U.S. put a chip up him, implanted a chip. So this is how much you think of your veterans. Okay? He was put to death. Now, I think I put that up. I wanted to read this. Bear with me. I am barely alive. You people have treated me like garbage, and while you stole my money and tortured us every day of our life. And I think what gets me is a friend gave me the video back about 4 years ago. And I was on Facebook before then, so I could put it up because the law doesn't work for me. They've used my illness to run me. I'm allergic to chemicals, toxic fumes, have an immune disorder that when I'm forced to inhale, and I use the word forced, that my immune system attacks itself. And over the years, it causes such mass inflammation till I'm where I am now. I can barely walk. It affects all the organs in your body, your kidneys, your lungs, your liver, your heart, etc. Now, I wanted to put this up. This is Obama. And this is talking about her being made ambassador to Japan. What a friggin' slap in the face, whether the Japanese know it or not. I hope they do. This is what one of the Americans said this morning, because they're having a get-together about the bombing of Pearl Harbor. While I slept in a shelter there years ago and walked Christmas Eve, and somebody picked me up, I was in patent leather shoes because they've kept me homeless and a pauper. And when I was out at Flint's, I still remember, I wonder if they are still following me or ever did. I don't know, but I thank Mr. Flint for what they did. But he said when I walked out the door that last time in October from his Bel Air home, he said, there's no room in the inn, I-N-N. Well, I wish it'd be over, and the Americans could haul, I'm not going to say in words, there's none to describe it, and start paying me what they owe me for the hell that they've created to my country. I'm going to read you what on Channel 7, and all these people know about the mind control murders, Virginia Tech, all of it. They will not print it. There's a blackout on me, because just imagine if they showed really in my background that I haven't even put up, what they've done to me and my sons. It is so hideous. There will be people, they don't want their image ruined. They want to go on living and treating me like I'm a criminal. So I want to get to this, though. What really gets me, I was kidnapped in 41, and so Pearl Harbor happened, I guess, today, right? I'd have to make sure and look it up. But anyway, the media is all covering all of it and everything. And they're talking about the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And this man is just one of them. He's a vet. And he's making statements that how the U.S. went halfway around the world to bomb Pearl Harbor in the name of freedom and the American way of life. And they mentioned like they saved Great Britain. Now, what you did was you inserted your own monarch, illegal, George VI. You took down my father in a plot with part of the Churchill and my own uncle in the Freemasons. You know, the Jews, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, that now control the world and the media. That's the reason there's a blackout. The very people that kidnapped me are the ones that control the media. You're saying that you saved the world. No, you invaded Great Britain, and when you did, you had to kidnap me first, because I came, when I was born, I'm Victoria II legal heir. So any treaties that you entered into are illegal, and you know it. You know it. So you owe me a debt, not just my life in hell and the crimes committed against me and my children, against my country and my mom and dad, my beautiful mom and dad. The lies that have never been corrected, and nobody seems to care. Oh, well, let bygones be bygones. Everybody's celebrating Christmas when I don't even have, this is the clothes I have hanging up here. And I'm not going to say anything else about what's been done to me and being done to me. You can't, only God can do something that comes close to punishing you. But when you sit up there, you arrogant people, I attempt to tell you one moment of my life Oh, you're ready to go after me again. You just want to shut me up all over again. I can't put it up all on here. But I will say this. You inserted your own monarch, George VI, that sorry uncle of mine, and then Elizabeth, and then on down the line, which is all illegal, plus the treaties that allowed you to go into my country and take over everything. Kidnap the monarch. How much better can you get? You'd think you'd be preening yourself and telling the world about it instead of trying to hide it and hurt me more. Now then, you got an Area 51 in Australia. Last time I looked, they're British. And you've put your military all over the world. You took out my dad with lies, so you were into taking out monarchs. You kidnapped me. Then you went into the Middle East and you forced the Brits to go along with you. They're hostage just like me, with all the illegal treaties that you entered into that were just that illegal after my kidnapping, and probably before, when you were taking power away from my father. So you are a bunch of, you know that song Harper Valley, Hypocrite? Oh God, you can't come close. The pain and suffering that I have gone through in my family, in my country, at your hands. Look at all the overflow of immigrants, or they've been run out of their own country by you, America. You went in, you finished off Saddam Hussein, bin Laden. Now you went after a Syrian leader. The one that you can't justify in any shape or form is my father with the lies. My God, he wasn't even married to that woman, American Spy. And then the crimes you did to me. The real monarch and my children here. And, yeah, I hope there's God, because there's nobody else. I just got off the phone. I get bills because I don't have money.